Hey fellow comrades, how you guys been doing? It's your boys in here and welcome back to our newest Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi. That's right, sorry for that stupid voice there, but I seem to have this in me, you know, every now and again I tend to make really stupid voices and it's just who I am, part of me and whatnot, so deal with it. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys will enjoy this one. I'm gonna lead with Flygon, he's gonna lead with Golem. Basically, Golems tend to run weakness policies 30, and I know this fully well. He's gonna decide to switch out to Hariyama, which also tells me this guy is good, ladies and gentlemen. This guy is good. There's a reason why. 1. He was either expecting me to U-turn break his 30, or 2. He was expecting me to be Zorak, going for the 9 days, leading with it, and basically disguising myself as Flygon. Either way, a great move on his behalf. Unfortunately, he got a little bit surprised by the Draco meteors. We throw them Dracos. We bring out the apocalypse. It is good times, ladies and gentlemen. Now let us dance over the fire. Speaking of fire, I switch out to Arcanine to get further intimidated. I will never understand how anybody could be intimidated by this beautiful creature, because look at Arcanine. He's a giant ass puppy. Like, I really want to own one of this. This is an incredible Pokemon. Like, look at him. But anyways, I'm gonna go for the double toxic, expecting him to switch out, as he does reveal the snail dragon. This is how Gastrodon would have looked if a dragon would have been a typing he would have gone with, but that did not happen. Double toxic was basically expecting him to switch out because he couldn't really touch me with his Hariyama further on, and afterwards I switch out to Luxray. I actually want to name this Varia after a YouTuber, because basically Luxray, I believe, is one of her favorite Pokemon, and Luxray is an incredibly cool looking Pokemon, let me just put it that way. Fortunately, I have only this Pokemon in my PC box, and yeah, it's male, so I'm definitely gonna need to work on that, but I'm definitely gonna name her, name one of this after her. Yeah, because every person that watches sometimes just wanna be involved in the meat of things, just balance things out, you know. It's great. I always feel honored when somebody names a Marowak after me, because, you know, being in the match, like, it really feels like part of the experience, and it's awesome. So anyways, gonna go for the Draco meteors because Apocalypse has just getting started, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want to go for Earth Power because I know, again, like I said, I know Weakness Polish is a Feint and Rock Polish is a Feint, so stuff could get very dangerous and very ugly very soon. After that, I'm gonna go for the turn to break his 1 HP survival there. There is no way I will take him out, no matter how much defense you got at this point. Anything could take you out. Switch out to something more appropriate now. It is something that he will see, but again, I am at full HP, so I feel like Anima can definitely handle, and it could potentially be a Zorak, if anything. I believe they're both at full HP. Gonna decide, you know, Mega Evolve, if anything. He does switch out. He was probably expecting this to be a Zorak, now that I think about it, the way he brought this thing in, because with the Evilite, stuff could have been bad, but it's not. It's actually, it is actually Gardevoir in real, in flesh. Sludge Bomb does not poison me, luckily, but then again, yeah, now that I think about it, Light Screen is up. I took that incredibly well. Gonna go for the Side Shock. Future Sight was a problem. I should have not done that, yet I still decide to do it. I tend to be Future Psychoholic, so I definitely need to stop on this planning, because basically, as you guys can see, I'm just gonna destroy my Future Sight move, as it could have hit on this very moment. I could have protected, but there could have been a possibility of him running Rest, so I don't want to remotely be facing with that, so that certain situation may as well take it out when there's still time. After that, Hawlucha is gonna come in. I'm gonna switch out to Arcanine to fully stop its track of Terra. I'm gonna stop it cold. He's gonna throw some wings into the sky. I don't know how that one works. I do need to say that I'm not a fan of Sky Attack in this game. I feel like it's really, really weak. It doesn't feel like a move that you would think is like one of the strongest flying types, if not the flying type. It's like bunch of wings, like 2 wings, there is no body involved, and it really doesn't feel all that strong, so as an animation, that is. But I feel like I should make like a top 5 regarding animations, like body animations or movement or just move sets, you know, as moves in particular. Maybe I should make a top 5, because I feel like making one of them top 5, top 10s. It's been a while when I last did one of them. So anyways, Arcanine, you know, basically he had to switch out. I'm gonna Morning Sun, regain all that lost HP, so everything he has been really hard working for was pretty much you know, faded away, and he will have to do it one more time. So I'm gonna switch out back to Arcanine to further down his attack stats. He did go for the knockoff on the switch. I was thinking maybe I could have attacked, which would probably been the better choice, but I was thinking maybe later on I could potentially get the Resto Chesto, if anything, because I'm a light screen Resto Chesto Luxray. This is a double status Arcanine you're seeing right here with Will-O-Wisp, Toxic, Morning Sun, and Flamethrower. Now Noivern is an excellent switch without a doubt. Maybe I should have Will-O-Wisp because generally it's probably going to be doing more with each turn that Noivern takes. But then again, Noivern can potentially run U-turn. So it's a Pokemon that comes in, attacks, and then switches out. It's a real hard hitter, but it's not a Pokemon to be stayed in too many turns. Most of the time it stays in for like 1 turn or 2, but that's pretty much the max limit Noivern tends to go, because most things that come in afterwards tend to take his moves. In this case, he will have to switch out. This is of course my Zork, because I'm at full HP, I'm not Anima, and basically I will have to handle him with something else. I'm gonna go for 9 days, do damage towards him, and he's gonna switch out to his Hariyama. Wow, for a second that name nearly crossed my mind there, but Hariyama is gonna be out that far, makes a great move there, of course. Preserving Hariyama, that was pretty much the reason he left it alive for so long with that little HP he was at. Afterwards, again, switching out to Arcanine. Luckily, he may not crit. If he crits me, that would be poor, because crit basically goes through Intimidate. So, yeah, didn't come down to that. He knows fully well I will Morning Sun, and if I do something else, then he can switch out to the threat. The real threat, ladies and gentlemen, the frog that is called the Frogadier, and you will see why this could have been a huge problem, because Frogadier basically runs, basically gets protein, and everything gets stabbed. So I'm expecting like Surf or something like that. He actually goes for the taunt, shuts me down from using the Morning Sun further on, and I'm actually thinking, let me think about this. Maybe I cannot speed. Unfortunately, I couldn't. Even with Jolly Nature, I know Frogadier, I believe, does possess 90, 98, 97 base speed. So that's a lot of speed, but it's not enough to outspeed Anima, aka Gardevoir. As you guys will see, we're just gonna throw in some Hyper Wars. Our voice is absolutely going to ruin Frogadier's life, and that is excellent. That thing is very frail, so even you know, most are never going to use Eviolite on that. Not really bothering with that. So I switch out to Steelix, and this was not the appropriate move. I don't know why, but I really want to preserve my Future Sight user, while the last 2 Pokemon will outspeed Future Sight user. So in general direction, making a switch like this was not necessary. It was actually a bad move on my behalf. As you guys can see, Air Slash is gonna do enough to where Flamethrower is gonna take me out. I know he's Life Orb, but the thing is, at full HP, I cannot seem to tell if his Flamethrower would really be enough. I'm not sturdy. I'm basically running Sheer Force with Ironhead Roar. Imagine Steelix Roosting, yes. Earthquake and Stealth Rocks. So basically I switch out to Gardevoir. Luckily it is Zork, go for the 9 days. Maybe he was thinking I would over-predict. Maybe he didn't know I was Scarf this whole time. Luckily it worked out into my favor perfectly. Playing it safe was the right way in doing it this late in the game, because Hawlucha is a threat, ladies and gentlemen. I have to mention this. Hawlucha late game can ruin lives. This is Intimidate Arcanine, so it's into my favor. But if you were to make like a double switch back there, if you switch out to Hawlucha, 9 days, switch out Arcanine, switches up Noivern, that could have been a horrible position, but it luckily didn't come down to that. I was playing it safe, and it came down to be the better decision on my behalf. He's gonna go for the Poison Jab, banking out that poison. If he crits me, stuff could be really bad right now, as the bad poison, it's not really the badly poison. The normal poison actually makes the first poison have much more strength to it than the toxic, the badly poison. So basically he's gonna go for high jump kick. Unfortunately he's not gonna score me with a crit, but unfortunately he was on a timer with a burn if he didn't run Roost, and that was the game end against Seth. So guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed a great game, Seth. I have a question of the day, but before that I want to leave his Twitter in the description, guys. You know, go check him out. Clearly a great battler. I really enjoyed this one. Basically my team a little bit different, which I will go into it a little bit later, but for now I just want to say Twitter is the place where I take my battles, guys. So if you want to have a battle with me, get me on Twitter, follow me on Twitter. Every now and again when I feel like it, I tend to get in there, let people know, and whoever is the first one to reply gets a battle with me. It's pretty much that simple. There are some specific rules sometimes, but that's just to make it interesting for myself and hopefully for my opponent as well. For this one in particular, I was using, basically I was asking for 5 UU and 1 OU limit Pokemon. So basically my team is basically mixed, but that's what my rule set was, and people, you know, agreed to that rule and play by that rule and challenge me to it. But I also want to say, you know, that I want to give new players the opportunity, players that are good, they want to give me a good battle, they will get uploaded on here. Win or lose does not matter, as long as the score is good, the battle is good, and just generally enjoyable, to say the least. to narrate, that is, you know, enjoyable matches, very exciting matches makes the person really excited to narrate. That's with us as content providers. This really goes for anybody out there that makes Pokemon battles. The exciting battles are the one that we really want to narrate and share it with the world. But today's question, guys, speaking of Pokemon, what make you interested to kept on playing Pokemon over the years? Have you only started now? Maybe it was the story. What really kept you sticking with this series over the years, and maybe you played it for the very start? Let me know in the comment section. For me, it's not really the story anymore. I feel like X and Y, I played it. I enjoyed the story, but I played it once and that was it. I was all around competitive. I enjoyed creativity experience. I feel like with each generation there was just so much stuff that they give you. Back in the days with 151 Pokemon, but now I feel like for a younger child, because this game is originally directed towards younger audience, I feel like the game is overwhelming with goods, overwhelming with riches, one would say. There is just way too much stuff. Strategies is the one that really intrigues to play and keep on experiencing, keep on exploring depths of Pokemons, and just generally making stuff interesting for myself as well as for my opponents. You know, making stuff that seem out of place work is always fun. For example, we got Luxray with Light Screen, Resto, Chesto, Wild Charge, as well as Ice Fang. Then we got Special Attacking Flygon, Future Sight, you know, Gardevoir with Protect, Psyshock, Future Sight. It's the variety, it's the sets that really makes it enjoyable for me, as well as the Pokemons that I tend to really like using and they stand out for me. For example, design Pokemons, Arcanine, Luxray, Steelix, as well as Gardevoir, design wise are one of my favorites, definitely in my top 20s, if not even, you know, some of them maybe even top 5, top 10. But ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys have enjoyed. So be sure to, you know, let me know in the comment section what makes you still stick with the Pokemon, what is the little charm that keeps you holding to this game and whatnot. Again, as I said, is the competitive aspect of the game. It feels like Dark Souls for me, because you gotta be strict, you gotta really take your time and dedication to learn it, learn its ways, and play it the way it is meant to be played. Wow, call it like some Nvidia card, but generally at the same time it felt like chess. You know, I love chess. I played it a lot when I was younger, not as much now, but I love chess as a board game. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. Be sure to give a like if you did enjoy. It really means a lot. And if you're new to my channel, be sure to subscribe. I will do my best to bring you guys as many videos. I know I've said that I will cover Elite Leo, but you know what, I'm in a mood right now to bring you guys freshness, and that is pretty much in the past. Of, you know, just stay with me. We're gonna cover Elite Leo some other time, but for now, fresh is the thing that I'm going for. So ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, take care, peace.